Yes, how are you guys? Good evening. Yes, I'm not going to wait that long before coming live onto the stream so that you guys can see my face. Good evening, London. Good evening, world. Good evening to you all, my avid viewers, listeners, right across the whole world. I salute you. You guys mean so much to me. For you to be here, you're one of the most smartest and intelligent people because not many people crave for such knowledge and information that comes out of the dispatch box from this end. Yes, today is Halloween night. I'm not too sure if many people celebrate Halloween, but I'm pretty sure that up in Epping Forest in Essex, there's a big celebration going on there. Yes, it is Sunday, the 31st day of the 10th month of October 2021. Tomorrow, midnight, we're going to go straight into the 11th month. And that tells you and I that the year is gradually winding up. Now, don't forget, I don't know if I am included in the same people that will die next year, but 5th of April, which is why it is the beginning of the new tax year in the United Kingdom, spiritually is the date in the spiritual realm that those that will die the following year will be marked down. So as from January 1st, from midnight, you just hear this person is going, that person is going. It is because the 5th of April is a very powerful date and very powerful day of the year. In some of the researches that I have done in the past, to which I sometimes disagree with the Christendom, to which they celebrate December 25th of each and every year as Christmas Day. And then Easter, the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ, is then celebrated. In spring, it could be March, April, mostly April, but many of you don't know why that is done. Now, let me tell you, because I've gone very, very deep into serious research in my life. Some of the theological research I've done indicated to me that Jesus Christ was born, as a matter of fact, April 5th of that year. So anybody born between March and April, the beginning of spring, go and watch what I'm saying. Such people are extremely fertile, man or woman. Yes, we're going straight into episode 107 of The Bleeding Edge, right all the way from the dispatch box from Liberty Media Communications and HALLO magazine. And some of you are watching the stream on Twitter and on YouTube. I honestly respect each and every one of you because it is not easy, especially those of you watching the stream from that nasty piece of contraption called Nigeria. My heart's off to you. I love you all so much. Thank you for coming in to watch the stream. Yes, the time in London is 21:07. In other words, 7 minutes past 9 o'clock GMT. Thank you, guys. I'm going to acknowledge each and every one of you. I can see everybody in my console. Yes, Alaja Idayatu Muriana, you are the last at the bottom of the console. You posted your comment, good evening, at 21:07:06. This is followed by, well, Nwadike Eberechuku. Good evening. Let me post all your comments as you were, so that you won't say there is mago here. You can see that. Alaja Idayatu Muriana. Yeah, and this is followed by Nwadike Eberechuku, Esther Ewetunga, JP. Good evening. Thank you. It is the last Sunday of the month. You are watching the stream on the YouTube. Alaja Idayatu 2 is watching the stream on the YouTube. I can see where all of you are watching the stream. Peter Touch. Yes, good evening, buddy. James Ogunlawo, good evening. Ife Nkem Nwobodo. Yes, you're watching the stream on YouTube. And listen, I know when I see names, and I don't forget people. I'm beginning to see you very, very regularly. And it sticks there in my brain. Ada Eze, yes, that's another name that I'm now conversant with. Yes, very, very conversant. Ada Eze, you said, let me post your comment. Ada Eze, you said, your people is killing us here in Lagos. Oh, are you watching the stream from Lagos? If you're looking for apartments, once you mentioned that we are still going to treat that. That is not fair. I have to be very, very honest with you. It is not fair. And I'm still going to look into that. And I hope to speak to a son, in fact, one of the senior sons in Nigeria that I know. I'm not going to mention his name. You know, I speak to that barrister very, very regularly, and we are very close in terms of family ties. So I'm still going to speak to that barrister, that senior advocate of Nigeria. See, let me just keep that there. We're still going to check that out. Yes, Captain Silvanos. Good evening. Good evening, Captain. John Yutuk. Yes. I spotted you too. Deborah Alade, good evening. Steve Osagie, yes. Both Deborah Alade, John Yutuk, Silvanos, Sly. Yes, I recognized these people. They've been with me a long time. And as a matter of fact, Silvanos, Sly. Yes, I was on a telephone conversation earlier on with you, and I said to you, Captain, I need to get out of the phone because I need to stream. Yeah. Silvanos Sly, John Yutuk, Deborah Alade, and as well as Steve Osagie. I know these people too well. Okay, the very first person, guess what, that actually logged in to the show. Look at another of my favorite and regular women. Alaja Folake Alawiye. She locked in exactly 20:55:19. Awesome. 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 Okay, guys, share it. Share the stream now if you have to share it, because we're going to go through some very, very tough stuff today. And I'm pretty sure that some people, some individuals are not particularly happy with me with the Muhammadu Buhari expose that I brought into the open. Many perhaps did not know how a secret society, I used the word, a secret society like Nigeria operates. Nigeria operates in secrecy. Hence, the 369 code vibrating spiritually, secretly on that country that many don't know. Yes, it is only time that will tell to prove technologically everything I have been saying about the dead latex Muhammadu Buhari in Asorok. They know. They know the truth. See, let me break it down. The northerners, the Fulanis, they were not comfortable when Muhammadu Buhari died. Guess what? Because Umaru Yaradua, when Obasanjo imposed Umaru Yaradua on the people of Nigeria as the substitute to relieve him from power, a substitution based on Umaru Yaradua that was badly sick, struck with bad health, was a punishment by Obasanjo for some politicians to refuse his third term elongation. Did you get that? That's the truth. See, many of you don't even know the pact, the secret pact, let me put it that way, the secret pact between IBB, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, who single-handedly masterminded the emergence of Olusegun Obasanjo in 1999 as a replacement for the loss the Yorubas suffered during the 1993 Hope 93 elections, to which the same Obasanjo told you emphatically that MKO Abiola was not your Messiah. Yoruba, Eking Pachin Kompo. And because many people are not inside to know the way these people think and reason, you've got a myopic mind and your sight is short-sighted. See that? Black on black, Yoruba on Yoruba. Where is your love? As I am still talking to you today, some people still continue to argue on a post I posted 2 years ago. Tough. I don't care. History will vindicate me. But deep inside Aisha Buhari's heart and many of your prominent politicians, they know the secret and they're keeping the secret away from you guys. And I'm not going to stop. And I want them to challenge me. I can't be fooled. If they can fool you, let me tell you, I've been through the walls of the printing and publishing school, and I was rudimentally trained. Not easy. See, the same way I advised everyone. Captain is here, Sylvanus Sly is here with me. He's watching the stream. This was not the way we planned to go, the road into achieving our dreams in terms of our clear mandate for our self-determination. No. Considering the fact that I have been at the forefront of this in the last 21 years, but how many people, how many of you will put your hands close to your chest that everything I have been reading, that was published by me in print media, did you get to read about them? And do you really want to blame the white man that says that the best way to keep a secret from the black man is to document everything that the black man will never read to find that information? Do you want to blame the white man? Of course the white man knows who you are as black race. Some of you that cannot even trace your history, that are not knowledgeable enough to go read your history, where you came from. Did you get that? Where did I come from? How did I get here? Where do I need to go to make my world and the world of the others a better place? How many of your leaders do you think are thinking along that line? Be truthful to yourself. Have they ever thought about that? No, sir. No. Like I always do. You guys know. I will always buttress my argument with proofs. Let's look at this. I'm going to bring it into the studio for you to see, okay? Yeah, I'm going to bring it into the studio for you to see. Look at that. You see that? You can see that. That is what each and every one of you are getting. in your modern day hopeless, stupid contraption that you lot called Nigeria. Macheted. Left of your picture, a woman. You can see how deep the cuts she's having to carry. On your right, same. "61 years after independence." What have you got to say to this? Okay. All these atrocities were ongoing. No doubt about that. But with all due respect, how do we fight this intelligently, intellectually, is the question. You see, and that was the mistake people made, because, look, I know very well, because my Zoom account, because I pay yearly, so they've just taken out, that means exactly a year ago I subscribed to Zoom, and exactly this same year, October last year, Sunday Igboho was not in the Sunday Igboho Adeyemo was not in this agitation. He was not in the agitation. We already had cracks because guess what? Banjakitoye already dissolved Yoruba World Congress. I'm still coming back to that because, you see, the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. I'm still coming back to that devil called Olusegun Obasanjo, and not today, hopefully tomorrow. And I'm going to play you a tape. And because I knew that, yes, we know Obasanjo is a devil, he plunged us into the mess right all the way from 1979 till the present moment, and we just cannot recover. But he wants to make mend, and I knew he wants to make mend. Perhaps, for me, that was one of the reasons, or that is one of the reasons, the spiritual source of all creation has been preserving his life. Because God wanted him to finish what he started. I'm not going to go into that. Then one face sprang up. Professor Banjakitoye, I questioned that. But many of you did not know the fracas inside. And I was begging profusely. Did they listen? No, because it was all about money making. They saw Yoruba Nation as a money spinning exercise. They know themselves. Many people now see, they're now reasoning. Thank God, Frank Bello is not been mentioned amongst those collecting money from the people and then ripping them off. I'm glad that the group I belong to, Engineer Tajuddin Rahim's Yoruba World Congress, UK, and Yoruba Nation Now movement, we've been spending our expertise in different forms. We've been contributing our own financial resources in our own way without asking, I repeat, without asking the public for support. And we've embarked on, God knows, many projects to create the substance and the argument, both in the diaspora and in Nigeria, on the need why we need to get out of Nigeria. Education. Go to Peckham. If you go to Peckham, you interview 20 people. Out of the 20 people, one perhaps will tell you the reason why we want to get out of Nigeria. 19 don't know. Professor Banji Akintoye continued to ask diaspora for money. Look, there was something that happened recently. I'm not going to tell you right now. The same Yoruba World Congress that Professor Banji Akintoye dissolved last year, to which everyone said Yoruba World Congress no longer exists. Guess what? 2 weeks ago, there was a donor who gave Yoruba World Congress UK. I'm not going to mention that person's name, but when the time comes, I will do. A £2,000 cash, and it was lodged into the Yoruba World Congress UK's account since summer last year. Nobody touched that money. Nobody. But we continue to carry on projects upon projects. And we levy ourselves. We seek for sponsors. The sponsors don't pay us. If somebody wants to sponsor our printing, we will tell that sponsor to pay the printer directly, and we will make up all the artworks and everything we send to the printers. We don't collect money. Some will opt out to give it to us, and that it is for Yoruba movement in case. So this £2,000 that was given last summer by a top Yoruba man in the UK, it was kept aside, but because there was a clause when the top Yoruba man in the UK, who apparently, I'm not going to mention that person's name, because the person just had a surgery and that person is recovering right now, said in case they needed money, and he promised more will come, in case the Yoruba nation and the self-determination needed quick money to carry out certain things such as housing people and the rest of it, use that money. That was what that person said. So we don't even have the right to even touch that money, other than to use it for that purpose, that it was the conditions that was attached to the money. Guess what? Banji Akintoye dissolved Yoruba World Congress last year, and 2 weeks ago, Professor Banji Akintoye called this man in the UK to tell the man that he needed the money, that they want to use the £2,000, that the man should release the £2,000 to him, and that they want to use the £2,000 to pay off Sunday Igboho's lawyers. You guys don't know what is going on. An organization that Professor Banji Akintoye dissolved. But we are still existing in the UK because we said, okay, we are on our own here. We are separate from you because we operate under the United Kingdom's laws. 2 weeks ago, your Professor Banji Akintoye came back and then took the £2,000, saying he wants to use the money to pay Sunday Igboho's lawyer, knowing fully well that, well, now the Yorubas are no longer contributing money. Koiki is not getting money. All of the Ayoguntimu, all of them are not getting money. What do you want to say? And I will say it as it is. And I promised everyone, I will say it as it is. Because this is fraud of the highest order. Many of you don't know. And so I looked at some of you. Oh, Baba Banji Akintoye, Baba this, Baba that. Many of the money that's been raised behind Sunday Igboho's name, you will be scared. And that man does not know anything about it. The man is suffering right now. Professor Banji Akintoye, 2 weeks ago, collected £2,000 because money is no longer flowing. And Sunday Igboho left a message to say nobody should contribute any money. Let me tell you, 2 weeks ago, Professor Banji Akintoye collected £2,000 out of the account of Yoruba World Congress UK, which he dissolved over a year ago. You think I am pathetic? I am not pathetic. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. People think they are smart, whereas they ain't smart. They ain't smart. When I say to you, I'm really angry, and when I saw the way people are beginning to rape other people off, I did stream a show and I said, the Yoruba self-determination is now becoming a farce. F-A-R-S-E last year. And I'm in it. But not because some of the things and some of the problems we have internally, I cannot just come out and then start blowing that trumpet. Look, I'm an information man and there are some things I'm not supposed to say as at that point in time because I want to keep the group intact. But the people you are having to work with are stupid people, idiots. I don't care who they are, to be very honest. Now, I'm going to play you this. Watch this tape. I'm going to play you this one. This was the beginning of the whole crap. Let me see where it is. I think it is here. Let me see. I think it is here. No, it is not here. Let me check this. I've sorted everything out. Don't worry, guys. Yes, I think it is here. Okay. I know where it is now. Okay, I know where it is. Let me bring it in from here. Okay. See, when this happened, the clip that you are about to watch. When it happened, I was furious. And I want you to watch it. You've seen it before, but I streamed another show and I said to Sunday Igboho, you are in trouble. The fame came suddenly to Sunday Igboho, but he never had professional spin doctors and PR to manage his fame. Watch this. Okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to bring it back in because it is, I will have to rotate the clip. Just wait, because I'm actually using this. Okay, this is what I have to do. Hang on, guys. Okay, transform. I need to transform the clip. Yeah. Okay, hang on, guys. I'm just going to do this. Okay, I will just quickly do it this way. Yeah, okay, so what I'll do is this. Okay, so I'll just okay, now transform, rotate. Let me see now. Yeah, now I'll then do this way. Yeah, we got there eventually. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to bring it back onto the studio. Here we go.
Ìgbà tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ òṣèlú yẹn wọ́n ní àwọn yọ Sanusi Lamido mo sọ fẹ́ nìkan pé géèmù náà fẹ́ gbá wọ́n ti mọ̀ pa máa ní sí pàtì fún máa yẹn tọ́ba yànsì máa ní kọjá ìkó mọ̀ sí president èyí tí sọ̀tọ́ ló lẹ́bàá lóhùn sí president. Ìka ọ̀dẹ̀ gbogbo àdìsẹ́ ìgbà tí ilé ẹ̀ ti bọ̀ ẹ̀rọ náà máa. We don't want these people.
You see that?
We are not the same. We don't want them again.
Femi Fani Kayode.
I'm ready for anything. Àwọn people yẹn mo sign pẹ̀lú wọn no going back mo follow mpura no going back pé à ń lò dé nìkan mọ̀ pé táwọn nìkan bá ṣáájú mi lọ bọ́ mọ́ gbogbo wa kọ́ ni Ọlọ́run fi rán ó ní èèyàn púpọ̀ la pè ṣùgbọ́n díẹ̀ ni wọn láfi rán bíbélì ẹni kò sọ tó ń bọ̀ ẹlẹ́rú ní èrò sínú ọkọ̀ tó gbé wà ń bẹ láàyè ó ní gbogbo nǹkan pẹ̀lú.
Watch it. These were some of the cracks. And I continue to say to them, it is not done this way. Look at Femi Fani Kayode. Look at that. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? These are record, and they can never be wiped out. You see, hear that, Femi Fanikade?
You can kill the messenger, but you can't kill the message.
You won't even kill the messenger.
So kí ló ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn púpọ̀ yẹn láti bẹ̀rù anything. Fúlàní wọ́n ti yẹn. Àwọn Fúlàní gbogbo Nàìjíríà ta wà wọ́n ju 6 million. Àwọn náà rúlu wa.
3 million ni wọ́n pè wọ́n.
You see that?
Àwọn náà rúlu wa. Àwọn náà pàṣẹ for what? Ẹ̀rẹ̀ pọ̀ wá. Okay now, wọ́n láwọn ọmọ bíi tí Boko Haram wà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kí ṣé wú kílẹ̀ pé yẹn. Gúnmi kọ́ lọ́ bá wọn ṣe mítì. Wọ́n lè wọ́n ká mọ́ kó èkè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀rẹ̀ rí wọn. Ó lè pa àwọn fámìlì yẹn pé àwọn ẹ̀rẹ̀ wá kó wọn bí kẹ́kọ́ wá papọ̀.
See, Femi Fanikade, the reason why I'm streaming this is because of Femi Fanikade.
Yes, sir.
Everybody here.
No. You
see that? Baba mi ni wọ́n, àwọn làwọn training mi.
And it's an important message.
We have to recap.
Finish. And you say and sorrow with action. More than any more than me, but Lord told me to support me. Fear anything. Timba say mistake, have to support mistake to say or the more I have to end at correct it. More surprise. With Baba you Medina. You don't have to conquer Dolori one. Baba, you are the band of Baba, I'm meeting. Baba, I need me to live me.
You hear that?
Baba, I need me. The same thing, Baba, Akitoye.
You see that?
Baba, I need Duro. Baba, eh, Jalapini. Eh, did Sunday Daru committed to Basel, I'm with you.
You see that?
Baba, don't commit, I don't say it.
You see?
You
see?
So I got a market and say, but people, I want it. Close to you, but it's also better. Àwọn people got to pay Yoruba and àìsàn ẹni lọ. So gbogbo ẹ̀ta tí mo bá ṣe film trick ni mo ṣe fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ film pẹ̀lú wọn báyìí. Mo fẹ́ káwọn fún gbogbo ìta ń tó kiri tó ń tó fíìmù tó ń tó masingo fún wa yẹn àwọn ń sò ní àtijọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn ń sò ní àwọn ò ní masingo àdẹ̀ ní kẹta àwọn kọ́lọ́ ẹ̀ àwa ní àtẹwọ́ àdẹ̀ ní tá a fi bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ tá a gba ìpè pẹ̀lú ìsílẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ mo fọlọ́ múra. Mo ní ohun tí màá sọ fún ọ pé gbé ìbọn yẹn fún mi ìbọn ọmọ asíngọmọ rẹ ìgbé wa mo fẹ́ fi bá ìjà ó máa gbé fún mi. Ẹ wo olúwa kí nìyẹn sìn ọ yẹ kí n ti lọ lé kúrò mẹ bọ̀ mi tó fẹ́ ta sí gómìnà wa kọ́mọ̀dà bẹ ní pé mo fẹ́ kó sọ fúnra kó sú gómìnà fúnra ẹ̀ kó wá sọ pé òkè Sunday Ọ̀yà bí o tiẹ̀ sọ nígbà tó bá sọ inú òtún mọ́ náà kẹrẹ̀ kó ti sú wà kí ló lè lo kò lè lo èdè mẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ń pọ̀ wọ́n bọ ilé wọ́n wà mẹ́ kókó mẹ́ oyin kakó lé.
Let's watch it. We are recapping and we want to rewind. Look at Femi Fanikade's body language. Look at his body language.
60 years láti ṣe àjẹ́ ẹgẹ́ ìlélẹ́yìn ìgbà tí bàbá wa ṣe jọ ṣe mẹ́ ó ro tẹ̀tì ẹ̀ nínú ó fa Hausa ó fún Yíbò ó fún gbogbo ó ń mọ́ra ẹ̀yìn débẹ̀ ẹ̀ fi lọ rárá ariwo tá a pa díẹ̀ lẹ́fílẹ̀ fún wa ní ẹ̀fọ́ sẹ́ fún ayọ́kan yìí yóò bá òde bíi general yìí.
See, you hear Femi Fanikade.
Kí ló ń táwọn bàbá wa ẹ̀ tà wá fún àwọn òkùnkùn tó bá yẹn bàbá wọn lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ sọ pé tó bá tó time wọ́n làwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ́ yẹn wọ́n kẹ́ máa dìde from nowhere.
You see Femi Fanikade. Femi Fanikade's father betrayed for Bafemi Awolowo. Look at the expression on Femi Fanikade's face.
Wọ́n lọ sínú skul kan ní Ogun State ní owó dé ní owó àwọn aléwọ́ ẹgbẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí wọ́n fẹ́ wọn kó fẹ́ kọ́ àwọn skul bẹ́ẹ̀ lówó dé lẹ́nìí lówó dé ní owó lówó dé ọ̀sán yìí Nínú rédíò náà ti sọ pé àwọn Fúlàní ti wọ skul kan bábá lówó dé di ìrókò àwọn ìrókò àwọn skul bẹ́ẹ̀ lásàrè wọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ láti kọ́lé wọn pàápàá lálẹ́ wọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn skul wo ni wọ́n ń gbé lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ Ìgbòho. Nínú lówó dé di ìrókò
Look at Femi Fani-Kayode body expression, posture. Look at the way he's looking at Igbo. But Igbo wasn't paying attention to that facial expression. You see, Echo Ajepe. You see that? I never believed all this. Indeed, guys. What lessons have you learned? What are the lessons? Many of you that are watching the stream, what have you learned? Considering this atrocity that I'm just about to bring to your screen. Considering that, what lesson? I repeat, what lesson have you learned? What lesson has Sunday Igboho learned in the process? That time, the likes of myself trying to advise was like, we were jealous. And as a matter of fact, let me tell you guys, it got to a situation whereby someone who actually hijacked our program in Yoruba Nation Now movement, who no one had ever seen her face. Because she still works for the Nigerian government. You've never seen the person's face. And the person totally hijacked the whole project of the Yoruba Nation that was a project of Engineer Tajuddin Rahim. And then took it to Professor Banji Akintoye and Sunday Igboho. And then that same individual, a woman that you've never seen, her face but is very, very prominent. And I said it, Oloma Beresini to ashiri gbogbo everybody. Unless and otherwise, I have not been fighting and be wasting my own physical liquid energy and money into the agitation it's this self-determination in the last 21 years. I don't have to fight for myself. God will fight my battle. Hijack the entire project to the extent that I asked this same faceless woman that you all know, that are you seriously ready to stitch Engineer Tajuddin in the back? And this woman said yes. And she did. And guess what? Professor Banji Akintoye knew about it. Another guy in Nigeria called Victor Taiwo, Dr. Victor Taiwo. They call him Dr. Victor Taiwo, Comrade Victor Taiwo. He knew about it. Mutini, look, man. I'm a wounded lion. I have recordings and evidence. If they dare me, I will expose each and every one of them. They think I am stupid. I am not stupid. Many people did not know I was particularly after Sunday Igboho's interest, because I gave kudos to him when he came out with the Ibarapa episode. That was the beginning of the episode. And the entire destruction came when Olayomi Koiki announced himself as Igboho's spokesman. Somebody that was not well trained, who's not well grounded in public relations and information. Femi Fanikaude came. Because they've never seen anything like that in their lives, because they're just mixing and interacting with, he's with us. Foul. I'm still saying it because I knew the problems this will create. And I'm challenging each and every one of them, but unfortunately they fail to reply me, or they fail to say otherwise, even on their own stream. Did I not call Olayomi Koiki to say, Olayomi Koiki, where are you? The next day, he announced he was appointed as Igboho's spokesman. He said he was on the road. I said, when will you get home? He said, in the night. I said, when you get home in the night, I want you to call me and put it on speaker when you are with Sunday Igboho. I want to speak to both of you. Till I am talking to you. He never did. And the reasons why I wanted to speak to him and Sunday Igboho is to just advise both of them that, listen, Igboho, did you realize that the role you've just given to Olayomi Koiki will destroy this journey, because Koiki is not grounded. Koiki, you are not grounded. You are not a professional spin doctor. Okay, you have been appointed as Koiki's spokesperson. As my own bone of contention was, Olayomi Koiki, if the worst come to the worst, before you make any decision, call me and I will tell you exactly what to do. Because any information that comes out of your end can destroy or finish this agitation completely. I'm not lying. Look, the person that actually put a call through to Olayomi Koiki, Alaji Folake Alawiye, was the one who called Olayomi Koiki. And then Olayomi Koiki called me after everything kaput. One day, after everything has been destroyed, and he was back in the UK. And I say, I tell you something, I never picked up his call. Because I don't know what he wanted to speak to me about. When I was telling each and every one, they thought I was stupid. See, then you get ranters, people ranting, calling themselves agitators, who doesn't know anything about information. Let me tell you guys, 11 years ago, I'm not going to mention the name of that person. I was very, very prominent person. In fact, a lot of all these people in Nigeria, they're still talking behind closed doors with me. Prominent. They want me to be their spokesperson. Prominent. Because next year, but me, their money cannot entice me. Because I am focused with where I'm going. 11 years ago. Very polemic. A polemic individual that can hold Nigeria to ransom and the whole world respects, called me, wanted me to be his son's spokesman. I'm not going to mention name, but patched up. I refused blatantly. Because there are not many spin doctors and the guys that can handle the job. So if I have to be that person's spokesperson, that means I'll have to relocate to Nigeria. And I don't want to relocate to Nigeria because I could be killed in the process. Money was not an issue. The only advice I gave to that polemic leader that the whole world and Nigeria feared so much was that don't allow your son to go for governorship because he's going to fail. And he listened. They messed up this journey. Banji Akintoye messed up the journey. Koiki messed up the journey. Everyone messed up the journey. And they still continue to mess the journey up until now. Now they're still messing it up. Guess what? I'll tell you one thing about me. I will personally go against anyone who disrespect the crown in Yoruba land. It does not matter whether it is the Oni of Ife, whether it is the Alake of Egba land, whether it is the Awujale of Ijebu, or the Deji of Akure, or the Oshemawe of Ondo, or Olagbegi of Owo, or, oh dear, Olubadan of Ibadan. Crown is crown. I don't respect such people that does not respect the crown. Whether the moment they've been crowned as king, want to Joelo, want to Juemilo, it does not matter. Their age is irrelevant. That is how God destined the journey of such individuals in the world. Some people are king makers. They can never be king. Some are king. But the king makers are they are more powerful than the king himself. That's what most people don't know. I'm going to play you this tape and I'm going to go into the next one for you to see. And I want you to see this tape, and I want you to please listen very, very carefully to what the this moronic individual said to the Oni of Ife that I wasn't really comfortable with. You don't mess or you don't toy with the crown. You don't. Now, let's do it this way. And I want you to please follow this wholeheartedly. Because these are the people messing up Sunday Igboho's journey. They are the people truncating Sunday Igboho where he is. Because, you see, this caliber of people, because they don't really know the way those king and the leaders think. They think they know, but they are stupid. Listen to this.
Ohun tí mo kọ́kọ́ lérò pé yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe fi ń jẹ ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mi kì í ṣe pé màá kọ̀rẹ́ẹ̀tì yín o, but ọjọ́ mi èèyàn máa ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ olóore ni. Wọ́n ní yínníyínní kẹ́ni lè ṣe mí. Mo kí gbogbo létí nítòkó, orúkọ mi ní Ṣáídìrè. Mo lè yàtọ̀ díẹ̀ lẹ́yìn àmọ́ iye méjì jáṣà èmi náà ni. Mo rò pé ohun tí bá mi Ọ̀jájá Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀, ohun àkọ́kọ́ tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe ni pé kẹ́ ẹ kọ́kọ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ olóore pé Sunday Igboho ọmọ Adéyẹmọ o, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú gbogbo iṣẹ́ takuntakun tó ṣe ibi tí mo rò pé ó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
You hear that?
Àmọ́ wá ṣe mí láàánú wípé ẹ tún wá rí dípò Sunday Igboho débi wípé ẹ tún wá ń sọ pé ọmọdé ni bá ló jẹnu yín lọ.
Can you hear that? This is ridiculous. You see that? Can you imagine?
Ọmọ Yorùbá, mo kí yín ẹ kú oríire, ẹ kú gbìyànjú, ẹ kú àfọkàntán, ẹ kú àdúrótì, gbogbo ọmọ káàró oòjíire pátápátá lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé. Tí àwọn ọba ò bá tiẹ̀ wulẹ̀ mọ rírì yín, àwa tá ń gbìyànjú tá a sọ pé a fẹ́ gbòmìnira, a mọ rírì yín. Nítorí pé ẹni bá ṣe ní lóore, tá a bá ti kàbọ̀ onítọ̀hún lójú, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àmọ́mọ̀ dání, bóyá lonítọ̀hún lè rori irú ẹ̀gbà.
You hear that?
Pín sóríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀. Yorùbá a pín sí oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà. Àwọn Yorùbá kan wà tó yẹ pé tó bá ṣoore fún amọ̀ọ́re. Àwọn Yorùbá kan sì wà tó yẹ pé tí wọ́n bá ṣoore fún ibi náà máa fi sun yín. Àwọn Yorùbá kan wà tó jẹ́ pé alájẹsẹ́ ni wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ tiẹ̀ ṣe oore fún wọn gan wá sẹ́ lójú yín. Ǹjẹ́ ó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mi kábíyèsí Ọ̀jájá Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀?
You hear that? You hear that? Insulting the crown. You hear that? This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sick to my stomach. Can you hear this? You see how stupid and how dumb some stupid people are within your community as Yorubas, and these are the people we are fighting for, to liberate them. Where do you put this kind of moronic element? You see, look at this bullshit. Can you hear that? You hear that? Nonsense. So Sunday Igboho ní àgbà, Sunday Igboho ju Ọọ̀ni lọ. This is mess. You look at that Banji Akintoye again. You see how stupid and idiot some people are. I'm angry.
àsìkò tí Yorùbá wọn fẹ́ gbòmìnira ti wálé ẹjọ́ àpẹẹrẹ wo la fi mọ̀ báyìí pé Yorùbá gangan ti adé Yorùbá lẹ dé sórí.
Can you hear this nonsense?
pé adé Yorùbá ní bẹ lórí yín torí pé àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà ní ń pariwo pé àwọn fẹ́ pín yín nítorí pé nǹkan tí ò dáa tí ò dùn wọ́n wa ló dà ń pariwo láti bí ẹnu ọjọ́ bíi mẹ́ta. Mi ì tí ì fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ débi bàbá Tinubu wọn ní ọ̀fìfẹ́ wá ní ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn máa dùn pé bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ṣe ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ni gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá ló wà ní gbangba táwa mọ̀ kódà oyún inú tó ṣẹ̀ bí lọ́jọ́ tó ń fi Ọọ̀ni ọ̀fìfẹ́ jáde ó mọ̀ pé Tinubu ló mú Ọọ̀ni ọ̀fìfẹ́ wá àmọ́ ẹ má bínú mo rí pé àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ mi tó jẹ́ àwọn akọrin bíi Patoranki Qdot àwọn oríṣiríṣi kì í ṣàìdò ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n wá bá yín wọ́n tẹríba fún yín wọ́n wá kí yín for the next endorsement àbí for the next improvement now gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ olórin tèmi náà jẹ́ èmi náà lè wá kí yín àwọn bàbá nǹkan tí mo sọ fún yín ni pé kẹ́ ẹ wùwárí ẹyẹ wùwà ọ̀dàlẹ̀ mọ́ torí pé àwa ọmọ Yorùbá gangan là ń pariwo bá a fẹ́ pín kì í ṣe Sunday Igboho. Mo fẹ́ kí bàbá Ọọ̀ni ọ̀fìfẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ máa mọ̀ lénìí gbogbo àwa ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ la sọ pé a fẹ́ pín a fẹ́ kúrò nínú omi ìnira gbogbo àwa ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ kì í ṣe Sunday Igboho ló sọ pé òun fẹ́ pín o point of correction gbogbo àwa ọmọ Yorùbá la sọ pé a fẹ́ gbogbo àwa ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá la sọ pé a fẹ́ pín kúrò ní orílẹ̀-èdè Haúsá orílẹ̀-èdè Málà ǹjẹ́ ẹ bá mi béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ọọ̀ni ọ̀fìfẹ́ ẹ bá mi béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé what is the meaning of Nigeria ǹjẹ́ ó lè identify ó lè proof meaning of Nigeria fún wa èdè Haúsá ni tí àwa kò mọ nǹkan kan nípa rẹ̀ ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ dé o torí pé tá a bá dákẹ́ tá a retí pé káwọn ọba sọ̀rọ̀ tó pera ẹ̀ lọ́ba bá jáde tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ òkùnú á jẹ́ kó mọ̀ yé pé àìnílàákàyè ń dà láàmú àwọn tó bá pera ẹ̀ lọ́ba tó bá jáde tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa á kọ́lé á ṣe kábíyèsí fún bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tiwa rí torí pé kí ni àwa kò jẹ́ ṣọ̀tẹ̀ èèyàn nítorí pé ọmọ onílárí làwa náà adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ náà pàwá náà rógo tiwa lò ẹ̀yin náà rógo tẹ̀yìn lò àmọ́ ipò onípò tẹ̀ jókòó sí kò sẹ́ni ń bá yín dùn àmọ́ ẹ fi wùwá rí ẹ wá jáde ẹ wá ń sọ lẹ́nu wípé àwọn tó sọ yín pé àwọn fẹ́ pín yẹn so ẹ̀yin kì í ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ̀ sọ fún wa yẹn bọ́ọ̀nù àmì Ọọ̀ni ọ̀fìfẹ́ bá mi Sunday Igboho kò bú yín kò ta sí yín ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ sọ tẹ́ fi ní kọ́ fọ́lò náà ló padà ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu yín ní lọ pàṣọ sí yín ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu yín ní kóyà jẹ yín bá mi Ọọ̀ni ọ̀fìfẹ́ mọ́ bínú gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí n bá sọ léde yìí tó bá máa fi gbé yín inú ẹ fi lọ gbé tutù ẹ̀bì àgbà tẹ́dùmọ̀rẹ́ gáríjì nítorí pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ń bínú sí yín lọ́wọ́ ẹ gbàgbé gbogbo wáìtì tẹ́ wọ̀ yẹn à ń bí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ń bínú kí ló ń pè ní ìjọ àwa ní ìjọ ọba àwa ní ìjọ ẹ̀yin lọ́ba àwa ní ìjọ ẹ̀yin ní ọba ẹ jẹ ọba lé ìjọ wa lórí torí pé àwa ìjọ wa sọ pé kẹ́ ẹ lọ bẹ̀ a sì wá mọ bí ìgbà tí bàbá Ọọ̀ni ọ̀fìfẹ́ tà náà kọ́ wájà ká kí bàbá wa pé kọ́ dọ̀rùn kọ́ sọ̀run rí àwọn ọba kan wà tó yẹ pé tá a bá rántí wàá mọ̀ fún ládùúrà àwọn ọba kan sì wà tó yẹ pé tá a bá rántí wàá mọ̀ fún lépè ní ìpè ló yẹ wọ́n buhari ó lè gbàdúrà lẹ́yìn rẹ torí àwọn ọmọ rẹ tó bá sì mọ̀ pé òní buhari ó sì pé kò kúrò ọgbà kan bẹ̀ is either prayer or lies. Now I want you to know Ọọ̀ni ọ̀fìfẹ́ ẹ má dàlú Yorùbá rú ẹ má da ilẹ̀ Yorùbá rú ẹ má bà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá jẹ́ nítorí àtẹnujẹ tó mú yín wá ṣe lórí àlééfà please máa mi Ọọ̀ni ọ̀fìfẹ́ ọ̀jájá mo fi Ọlọ́run ọba Elédùmarè bẹ̀yìn mo fẹ́ mi ìfẹ́ kẹ́ sọ correct mi ìfẹ́ kẹ́ sọ kankan mọ́ pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wọn àjò lọ mò ń wẹ̀ yẹn ẹ tutọ́ ẹ̀dànù kò sí nǹkan tó jọ ní ìgbà tí ṣe Sunday Igboho tí wọ́n lọ tó ṣe tí ẹ̀yin ìjọba àtẹ̀yìn ọba tẹ́ ẹ pílánì kù tẹ́ ẹ ṣerú nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ṣe fún yẹn fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá á padà lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o rárá àti rárá á padà lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ànátọ́ ni owó ni òsì lágbára Ọlọ́run wọn ní náwó tán
àìmọye 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 ọmọ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ ọ̀dàlẹ̀.
pèrè Yorùbá níbi mọ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba Elédùmarè gbogbo ẹni tó bá ti ń pèrè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá níbi tó bá ti sọ pé ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ní Yorùbá lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba ilẹ̀ á máa dà.
Okay, I am going to pause that there in the interim, okay? And let me bring in my picture. You see, some of you, it does not matter to me. Oba Matthew, Narada Franklin, Sholademi Olaiwala, Fola Toju Oboy, Olubumi Oyewale, Benga Julius Sholola. You're welcome to the stream. Narada. In fact, let me start from Olubumi Oyewale. Yes, Olubumi Oyewale, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, Olubumi Oyewale came to Peckham. And from Peckham, she went straight to Trafalgar Square. Olubumi Oyewale, I think, came from Buckinghamshire. I still remember. And we took some pictures together with your son. You posted, if this doesn't happen, others will not learn. Thank you, Olubumi Oyewale. But my reply to your comment is that, oh, from Bournemouth. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I thought it was Buckinghamshire. You came down all the way from Bournemouth to London with Hassan. Yeah, Bournemouth. Soft Sandy Beach in Bournemouth. I've been there. Now, if this doesn't happen, others will not learn. When I was shouting last year, because many of you did not see what I was looking at, Narada Franklin saw it. Nwadike Eberechukwu saw it. Many people that can think very fast in their brains saw it. In my same platform, some people that Koiki and the rest of them sent to come after me. I'm saying it now because now I have to be provocative too. One bloody twat said, all the money that I spent in the last 21 years fighting for the Yoruba self-determination when social media was not in existence was a waste, and that Sunday Igboho that made money from politicians, Ladoja and Olagunsoye Oyinlola, is now reinvesting the money he made from politics into the Yoruba agitation. How do you want to take that? That is the mentality of the Yoruba people, and that is the same mentality of the man you've just heard in the tape. Olubumi Oyewale, If this doesn't happen, others will not learn. You've not learned. I would have thought you've not learned. For me, I would have thought everyone should have kept their mouth shut and then let those with the foresight, the knowledge, and how we can fight it take over henceforth. No. Because the money that they were making is no longer coming. That's why the likes of that man you heard in the tape is now having to attack the crown. I know what's going on. Do you know how many? Look, do you want me to blow the trumpet? I gathered Baba Jesha that was nobody. Now rides. He's now got 2 4x4 wheel drive Jeep from the same agitation. You don't know. People that had nothing suddenly became millionaires from your agitation. I'll stop there. I'm going to take this next comment. Folatoju Oboye, you said, how old is Ojaja? Frank, come down and listen to the guy, please. Does age matter? Fola, I'm leaving your comment. Age does not matter so long as you are crowned king. Okay, let's go back to the United Kingdom. The UK. How old do you think Queen Elizabeth was? Her Majesty, the Queen of England. How old do you think she was when she became the Queen? Age does not matter. She was destined for that crown. And the moment she was crowned, you have to bow. Because Her Majesty, Otidi Igbakeji Orisha, it does not matter. Oni could be a 10-year-old man. You have to respect. It's the crown. Otidi Igbakeji Orisha. Age does not matter when somebody is above you in terms of status. Sorry. You see, the black people, they perish for knowledge. They perish. And they will continue to perish because they lack knowledge. Benga Julius Sholola, I'm going to post your comment next. You said we cannot stop the agitation because of people's mistakes. We have to learn our lesson and move on without letting the mistakes consume us. When I was shouting, when summer last year I was shouting, Benga Julius Sholola, maybe I'm seeing your name for the first time. Did you correct it yourselves? When I was vehemently shouting, crying, loud and clear. And the likes of Koiki and Baba Jesha and Citizen AY and the rest of them were making money, setting up their different GoFundMe. Nobody said you've made mistakes. I was waiting. Me, Frank Olufela Oluseyi Olusegun Alani Omobelo, I was waiting for a day like this to begin to throw mud. And I don't care. Come out. Come and challenge me. Come. And I will show you the stuff I am made of. I swear. Because I am angry. Narada Franklin. You reply, Benga Julius. Dele Momodu is now in PDP. Someone. Yes, we are not even going to go to that yet. Maybe they don't know. This is a part of the game. The same Dele Momodu that Dele Momodu will collect money from Abacha, will collect money from all the rich people, and then the stolen money that they should have used to build roads, hospitals, they will give to Dele Momodu. And you will hail him. Eric is sick. You're all sick human beings. Fola told you. That's why the guy said that because of the crown, he shouldn't call Sunday Igboho his boy. No. I'm sorry, Fola told you. Oh boy. So it is not okay for the crown, the Oni of Ife, to call Sunday Igboho his boy. But it is okay for a pastor that is 35-year-old to call Sunday Igboho his boy. Look at it that way. Between the Oni of Ife and a 35-year-old pastor that will call Sunday Igboho his child, who is more superior? Please, Emma, I've told you, please don't put words into my mouth. For me, the Oni of Ife is far more superior than your hopeless, useless pastors that will say emphatically in public to Sunday Igboho, oh, he's my son. They tell you you are their son, you are their daughter. I want to do law. Oh, fuck that shit. Okay, I'm going to respond to each and every of your comment. Again, for Latoju, you said the king that take gate fee before we can see him in UK here. No more King Jerry. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You are absolutely wrong. Like I always say, I will always defend the crown. Anywhere. I don't mess about with the crown. You're wrong. Fola told you, if you meet the Oni of Ife tomorrow, your perception will be changed. I guarantee you. Because ìmọ̀, òye àti ọgbọ́n tó wà ní orí ẹ̀, tó wà ní agbárí ẹ̀, tó bá ń la ẹnu ẹ̀, tó bá bá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run á bá ẹ. You will have the fear of God. See, when you attain certain status or certain position in society, there's a limit to what you can say in public. There's your conduct that people will watch, and that's what many of you don't know. Even if Oni of Ife was at Asorok, I wouldn't expect the Oni of Ife or any other Oba to come out openly to say, oh, this was what the president and I discussed. Don't you know? Don't you know that there are confidentiality clauses in information? Don't you know there are some information that sometimes when you hear them, you don't open your mouth to speak about them in public, and you will have to die. You have to go down your grave with the information. That's why I said many people are stupid. Yeah. Yeah. Because many people don't know how the information world works. And you think, so you expect the Oni of Ife to just come out and then say to you, oh, I've spoken to Slatex Silicon Image Muhammadu Buhari, and that this was, you're wasting your time. What do I say? You're wasting your time. Even between you and I, Fola told you, if we speak and if you say to me, Mr. Bello, I hope you keep this as a case of confidentiality, I will keep it. So now that is just between you and I. I'm teaching you people how information work. Fola told you, you call me, perhaps you've just deposited some terrible information and you wanted my advice. Maybe, I don't mean to use this classic example, but I will use this classic example to buttress my argument for Latoju, so that you know how complex the news and information world is all about. For Latoju, I don't mean to be rude. Along the line, maybe for some reason, I happened to be one of your best friend, not necessarily your boyfriend, but you're married, and obviously you want somebody that can actually advise you on how you can relate with your husband, because you don't seem to understand your husband anymore. I've left your comment there because I want to buttress this argument, and I want to open up your eyes to see things that you were unable to see, because you are lucky to be in this platform. And then maybe because of one thing or the other, your husband cheated on you. I'm just making this up at the top of my head. I don't know you. And I've never seen you in my life. For some reason, your husband cheated on you. And you discovered that he cheated on you. And you took revenge as well. Maybe your first love in your life before you married your husband then came into the picture. And you ignited the same affections between you two. And then one thing led to the other, and both of you, he's married, you are married, but because you were first love. I'm making this story up to tell you how complex the information world is. But you are depositing the information into my hand. And you two ended up shagging one another. And then, because I happen to be your male friend, no sexual intercourse, but I can advise you. And you told me, oh, Frank Bello, I want to tell you something and I need your advice as a case of extreme urgency, and I hope you keep it as confidentiality. And I said yes. And then you narrated everything to me. Because that clause, confidentiality, has been attached to it. I don't have the right to disclose any of the item in our conversation to the rest of the world. And that is how they operate up there, that you guys don't know. I'm just teaching you. Benga Julius Sholola, you said, I was there following you since the day you burnt your Niger passport, always, but always quiet. I owned you. You owed me so much respect. Oh, God bless you, Benga. God bless you. Would you like me to show you the clip when I destroyed that? I've still got it. Although my family are not happy. I've still got it, but let me see if I can do that at some point in time. For Latoju again, you posted, everyone is angry. I know. Everyone is terribly angry. I don't have any doubt about that. Do you doubt it? No. Narada Franklin. Does the Oni of Ife not feeling the heat brought upon indigenous Yoruba people by Fulanis? He's feeling it, but pick up on the example I gave to Folatoju Boy in terms of confidentiality clause. Adekoya, Jagomolu, it's true, Baba Ekiti has made so much money. Thank you. Thank you, Adekoya Jagumolu. Now you are confirming it's true. Baba Ekiti has made so much money. And now that money is no longer coming. That's why these guys are crying loud. That's what many of you don't know. And obviously, Benga Julius Sholala, again, you posted. I was watching when Prof dissolved Yoruba World Congress, and I do not know what did Yoruba World Congress, why? You don't know why Yoruba World Congress still exists in the UK? Why limited to UK alone, if I may ask? I think you may have to ask Engineer Tajuddin Rahim. Now, let me see if I can put Engineer Tajuddin Rahim on the stream, if he's available to talk to you guys. Let me see. I'll try my best to see if I can get him in. Okay? Okay, I'll try my best. Let me come out of this, and let me do this. Engineer Tajuddin Rahim. Yes, I'm calling him now.
How are you?
Engineer Tajuddin Rahim, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I'm live on my show on live stream on the Bleeding Edge episode 107. The time in London is 22:36. Today, Sunday, the 31st day of October 2021. I've got a question that somebody posed because I've been going through a lot of analysis, and I touched on the fact. I hope you are with us.
I am with you, sir.
I touched on the fact that Professor Banji Akintoye dissolved Yoruba World Congress, and that 2 weeks ago, I've never mentioned the name of the person that donated £2,000 to Yoruba World Congress, to which Professor Banji Akintoye asked for that money to be sent to him in Nigeria after dissolving the Yoruba World Congress last summer, and then said he wanted to use that money to pay Sunday Igboho's lawyer. But now I want to keep the record straight. And somebody by the name of Benga Julius Sholola asked this question. I was watching when the question goes this way. I was watching when Professor dissolved Yoruba World Congress, and I do not know why Yoruba World Congress still exists in the UK. Why limited to UK alone, if I may ask? Over to you.
Well, it's not limited to UK alone. Remember that Yoruba World Congress was registered, and then it was UK Europe, and that was what we started with then. That is about the Yoruba World Congress, if that person may know. And it is out of Yoruba World Congress we've got the Yoruba Nation Now movement.
Yoruba Nation Now movement.
Yes, exactly. So regarding the funds, the money that you just mentioned, I don't like to mention, to even go into that area, but since you
I made it public, so you might as well just talk about it now, so that the whole world will know exactly where we are, where we're coming from, where we are, and where we need to go. Over to you, Engineer Rahim.
Well, about this money, last year, a very good Yoruba.
I know, Engineer Rahim. I know you will want to be diplomatic and probably protect Banji Akitoye, but I am discharging my duties, and you have to come on to my own fence. Over to you.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the donor. Yeah, he gave us 1,500.
I've not mentioned the name either.
Yes. Okay. Good. And then his son also donated 500 to Yoruba World Congress, and he promised to give Yoruba World Congress in Nigeria extra 1,500. So we kept the money. The money was in the account since last year.
Okay.
Because it was a project money. Hold on, let me just explain it. Because that money wasn't meant to be used for any other thing than a studio that we want to use that money for.
Okay.
So when the man gave us that money, and quite a number of people also donated that we should, to come up with Yoruba World Congress studio in UK.
Okay.
But at some point, at that time, that was when Arao, started, erupted in Nigeria, when all the name, Banditry and the government party there, they were having this problem. So the problem now got into us here,
Okay.
So that was when Banditry Akitoye now left Yoruba World Congress in Nigeria. And he now formed Ilanomo Yoruba.
Ilanomo Dua.
Yeah. So, but the money, we kept it in the account. Yeah. After some time, we knew that quite a number of things, happened then. So we now wrote a letter to the donor to say, look, this money, as we said, is a project money, but we've not used it. But not saying that we don't use it. So you give us your account, and then we can send that money back to you.
Okay.
But for some reason, the man didn't want to, he just said he don't believe that. Okay, guys, I'm giving you guys this money. You can now use it for whatever you want to use it for. But because Baba Banji knew about the money, and then he was calling everyone that to say that we should release that money.
He was calling you.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
They called OKP as well to say, look, they need this money, and they said, look, the man also promised to give you 1,500, but this money that they've given to us is not our money, it's the organization money, and it's money to for a particular project, so we don't dip our hands in that money.
Okay.
But this year, because we've sent letter to the man was very sick. He was, recuperating and getting better. That was when the man said we got all again from Banditry to say, look, I know that you still have some money with your Power Congress in the UK, Taju team, stuff like that. Can I use the money? And we get the money from the account. And the man didn't understand, we'll get the whole idea that Bababangi has already moved on to Iran. So the man said, well, look, for me, I will use this money to you guys, whatever you want to use the money for, you're more than happy, as long as if that money is being used for the cause that you guys said. And then the man said, yes, we can go ahead. That was when Kibio, you see, our secretary then of Yoruba Congress now went and released the money. But the mistake was done because I wasn't told, as the chairman of the organization, even though the account, the money, Kibio went to the owner to say, can we release the money or what do you want us to do with the money? And the man gave his consent that wherever we should send that money. So Kibio now sent it to
This was 2 weeks ago that
I think this was 4 or 5 weeks ago now.
Oh,
we only knew about the money just 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so how did you get to know about the money?
I just only ask Dr. Kibio to say, look, listen, this money in the account, how are we going? I'm trying to reach the donor, and then we'll see. If not, we should now think about what to do with the money and stuff like that. And that was when he said, oh, sorry, I've spent it to Baba. Now I said they need money, and that was how. And I said, look, no, that money is not meant for him. Money should, pay completely in the UK to do the project of the Yoruba people here. Wherever that we did, and especially there are quite a number of things that's gone in because of that money that we just want to verify.
Okay.
Because other people are already talking about, and we just want to make sure that anything money, we not just dip our hands into it, there must be accountability. So that is, what surrounded that money. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's get something clear because this is extremely important. Engineer Tajuddin Rahim. It's very important because I've told the entire whole world that I want to correct and I want to bring light into their domain. Now, how did you feel when you gathered that Banji Oye, after dissolving Yoruba World Congress and then telling the whole world that nothing happened, to which you will remember I interviewed your colleague, Comrade Victor Taiwo, and at the same time Dr. Akimba, and they said there was nothing called Yoruba World Congress, and I remembered I was at loggerheads with you that you should dissolve the same Yoruba World Congress in the UK, but you explained to me that you are separate and that you are bona fidely registered in the UK. So what gave Banji Akitoye the audacity after dissolving Yoruba World Congress last summer to now come back to say to you he needed the $2,000? Is that in your constitution or your memorandum of understanding that, after dissolving and after I just don't want to have anything to do, I can still come back and then ask for funding? Over to you, please.
Well, there's no memorandum of understanding when it comes to Arthur and about Banditry since he left. So he shouldn't even have even thought about that, even getting that money in the first place. And even if he wants to get that fund, he should have come directly to me, which he didn't. And for some reason, it's not the right way he went about it. But it is what it is. It has happened. But we move on, and then I called the donor. We just said, look, does that came from you? Did you give the go ahead that the money should be released to him? And he says, well, I was sick, and Baba was calling me.
The donor made it known to you that he was sick, and Banji Akintoye continued to pester him with telephone calls to release to go the $2,000.
And I just said, look, I'm already giving this money, and this man doesn't even know the whole, just to say that, okay, where the account where it is, and the relationship, who should actually say, now go and get the money, send it to him, And so Baba didn't call me. He didn't call him, but he just he knew that money. And there's a lot of question mark regarding how he was, he got the money from as well, which is not without my,
without your knowledge, without your knowledge. Yeah. Okay. So, do you?
It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't. It is not the right way to go about it.
Yeah. Do you in your hearts of heart, and I want you to be very, very honest, and I want you to be open to the rest of the world. I know you were not expecting this call, and it caught you unawares. Was your power as the chairman of the Yoruba World Congress UK undermined by Banji Akintoye?
Not only undermined, but also been trampled upon. And not only me was, angry, but the rest of the team, the organization, and the management, they felt that, the way the money got into his hand and the way the transaction was made was quite, immorally done.
It was an immoral act. Let's put it that way.
A very immoral act, exactly. So, and yes, even though the donor said yes, I believe under
duress. He was under duress.
Yes,
he was under duress.
I was just recuperating from his,
he saw his surgery.
Surgery, and then for and he's got this call, takes and stuff like that. 100% just to say, if you want to, whatever they want to use it for, and
Before
demand, the point I want to make is that the council demand that he should, Babaji or even Dr. should tell
Pastor Okebiahukosi is the custodian of that money, not yourself.
Yeah, because he's the he was our Secretary General, and the account at that time it was online account, if I remember this bank. So it's just only one signature. So and based on the trust we had, and so we should,
let's get this straight again. So Okebiahukosi then released the funds without consulting with you to Banji Akintoye. Was that the case?
Yes, that's the case.
Okay, all right. Now, what was the grounds explained to you as the leader of the Yoruba World Congress UK? What was the grounds for the release of that money?
Technically, what happened today is that because I've asked him to write a letter to the donor, which he did.
Okay.
And the donor sent us, and then the donor now because they now say that whatever the donor says, they're just going to do.
Okay.
And he says, remember, we all agreed that we'll send a letter to the donor, and the donor came back, and then he says that whatever we can use money for Baba Akintoye, yeah, they should do that. So he actually gave Baba Akintoye that consent to say, okay, the money with Yoruba, the UK and Taiju team, yeah, I'm going to take it without even coming straight to me. So there is a kind of conspiracy. But I will say this. I'll say this.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Okibio realized the mistake he made. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to throw him under the bus. Yeah. But I just want him to do the needful, the right thing. And I think he's going to give Baba Akintoye the call. And Baba Akintoye should, just make sure that he tells us where that money, what that money was used for, and then to be sure that that money actually go in that.
I know you will be very, very diplomatic, Engineer Tajuddin Rahim, but I gathered from reliable source that Banji Akintoye told the donor that he wants to use the money to pay for Sunday Igboho's lawyers. Let's break the camel's back.
I heard as well that the lawyers need some money and stuff like that.
But Sunday Igboho said he does not need any money from anyone. So how come Banji Akintoye now have to dip his hands into your organization, to which he was the head in Nigeria, that he dissolved last summer? I still don't get it.
At this point in time, for the sake of Yoruba and the Yoruba struggle, things we just, because we've gone through a lot since last year. But the thing is, it will be it's going to be honorable thing for Baba to actually say, yes, I got this money. Yes, and we use the money in the right for the cause of the Yoruba people. And then let the whole world know that, yes, that money was taken from us here. Not that you just come in and take it behind the scene and then just pretend as if nothing happened. No. So our own is just tell the people and let us be sure that, yes, that money is spent goes into the right place. Because if he says that money is for to pay the lawyer of Igbo, yes, we're happy. We want to be a support. We want to be, we're supporting, and we're more than happy to be doing that. But we just want to make sure. We just want him to come out and just say to the world, yes, of course, we got the money, and then we'll use the money in the right place. That's it.
And how now, this is the last question, and I'll let you go. How will you feel if subsequently information leak out that the purpose to which that money was released was not used? How will you feel, and how will the donor feel?
I would say, let me give them that benefit of that money should go in the right place for now. I don't let me say anything more than that. But I want to believe that, yes, they will come up with a reasonable, explanation, and then we can say, yes, the case is closed. That's it.
Will they provide you with evidence that they've paid the money to the lawyers, Sunday Igboho's lawyers?
This is where, because you just called in, I wasn't even expecting this, but you know how I do things.
Who called you? Who called you?
Yes, but
who called? Was it okay? Engineer Tajuddin Rahim. Who called you, Okebionu or Banji Akintoye?
To tell me about the money?
Yeah.
I called Okebionu.
Oh, okay, all right. Let's get it straight. Okay, Engineer Tajuddin Rahim, thank you very much for your time. I hope that satisfies your medulla oblongata Benga Julius Sholola. That is the leader of the Yoruba World Congress UK, Yoruba Nation Now movement, whose project, Yoruba Nation Now, was hijacked by a faceless, ruthless woman. Thank you very much, Engineer Tajuddin Rahim, for your time. Have a good day, good night.
Good night. Bye.
Yes, I hope that spells the whole thing. Now, you see my worries. You can see that. I'm in Olayinka. Good evening. Fola, you ignited this. I never intend to put up a call through to Engineer Tajuddin Rahim. Yeah, they're killing you people. But you've done nothing to contain it. Narada Franklin. As of today, the Fulani Cabal's caliphate does not respect any traditional ruler in Southern Territory. Thank you for that. Aziz Salam, one love, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Shall I show? Good evening, Mr. Frank Bello. You have said a lot, even if you don't open up. But with due respect, compare ancient kings with this generation others chose by politicians. Same way, because majority of them don't have interest of their people at heart. Even people challenge Queen of UK. Yes, we do sometimes. You're right. Wenga Julius Sholola, again, your comment. Please help us put it on record who started the agitation. I thought it is Comrade Victor Taiwo that sold the idea to Professor Banjaki Toye. Not at all. Maybe I'll invite Engineer Tajuddin Rahim to deal with that at some point in time. Narada Franklin, you said, all traditional rulers and elders in Southern Territory do not give a proper representation of their peoples in any given situation. Okay, I'll post this last comment. Benga Julius Cholola, thanks very much for the clarity, and I know that you are always man of integrity. Keep it up, sir. Thank you very, very much. Okay, guys, it's been a wonderful stream. But before I go, I want to, take you through this journey. This one. Let me see if I can quickly just bring it in. You saw Fani Kayode with Sunday Igbo. Okay? You saw that. So what I want to show you now before we call it a quit for the night is this one. I think I have it somewhere here, actually. Let me see. Oh, dear Lord, help me. I think I'm going to treat this one that is coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah. Now, let me first of all show you this. This one. I'll stream this for you. Let me just rename this one. Yeah, I'll just rename that one. Okay, no, let me just do it this way. Okay, I need to do that, and I will then bring it in. Okay, this one. No, it's not here. I think it is here. Yeah, I think it is here, actually. Yeah, I think it is here. Okay. I want you to please watch this. Okay. Let me see whether it is sitting. Okay, it is sitting correct. It is sitting correct. You probably haven't seen this, but this will shock you. And these are the caliber of hopeless, ruthless politicians messing you up. Nothing to talk about. Watch this. Ganduje launching car wash in Kano. Ganduje, a whole governor, launching car wash 2021 in Kano. There's one more. Let me find the file. Ganduje, take note. That was Ganduje, whereas Saudi Arabia is planning to build a new mega city that will compete with the UAE. Ganduje launching. Oh dear me, God help us. God, please help that shithole called Nigeria. You need, I don't know if it is God that can save you guys. I don't know. But I think there was one. I want to show you this one. I think I downloaded it actually. Let me see. It should be here, as a matter of fact, which is very, very important. Okay, I think I've seen it. Now, this one, watch this. You see, this is the one. You've watched Ganduje opening a car wash, and them lot were all happy that their governor is opening up a car wash. Car wash. And they were all laughing. 61 years. Yesterday, I showcased. In fact, I think I should first bring in that. I think I should first bring in this one so that I'll remind you of where we came from yesterday. I think I need that. Okay, yes. So I want you to watch this. I streamed this and I showcased this yesterday. But watch this, and then after this, then I'll then bring in the latest clip that I got today. Over to you. Let it roll.
kórí bàbá ìyá aláyé ẹ̀kọ́ tí kò everybody ńlá kọjá láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù lélẹ̀. alẹ́ àná ńkọ́ alẹ́ àná bá ṣe wà látàná bó ṣe wà nílé Lagos Express Road Abẹ́òkúta.
Lagos Express Road Abeokuta yesterday. Wọ́n ti kó òkúta dé, the stones are here. See, the other side, that's the truck with the stones.
Àwọn tó lọ sọ́jà ẹni tó ń bọ̀ láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù ìgbà lọ́fẹ̀dé bá ṣe rìn lánàá sílẹ̀ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn wà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n á ní ìjọba federal iná tó bá da ní 33 ìtí ò bá dà ní 11 ọ̀nà tó bá da ti federal tí ò bá dà wọ́n ní ẹ ṣàánú wa o ìgbàlẹ̀ ẹ̀fẹ́ débi iṣẹ́ abátú débi iṣẹ́ wá fún akó èrì á nà pẹ́ débi iṣẹ́ lateness ẹ̀nà ẹ̀rí ìjọba àfẹ́ àdúrà ó di bí ojú ọ̀nà kan lélẹ̀ ó di bí ẹgbẹ́ ìwọ́n ní fọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ nílé báyìí imagine tó bá yá sí a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ campaign a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ election.
They will start campaign election. Look at the state of the road, 61 fucking years. And they want me to fucking keep my mouth shut. The next one is going to come. This same road, I'll show you the next clip today.
Everywhere bó ṣe lọ nìyẹn o tó bá ti yá wọn máa ní àná. wọn náà lè ní wọn náà lọ bẹ débi iṣẹ́ ìgbàlàbẹ débi iṣẹ́ ìgbàlàbẹ lọ gbàlàbẹ bọ̀. ọ̀pọ̀ ló ti kú dànù. Àtàlẹ́ àná bó ṣe bí nìyẹn ìgbàlọ ọ̀rọ̀ bá a ṣe ń lọ gẹ̀dẹ̀ ni o. Bọ̀dọ̀ Olókùta ẹjọ́.
Sí, Bọ̀dọ̀ Olókùta.
Báńkì ló wà ń bí tẹ́lẹ̀, á palẹ̀ wọn ní.
The bank collapsed. Look at the state of your road. 61 fucking bloody years.
Sáwọn bàbá wa ló ṣẹ́yìn ni. Mọ́tò orí síbẹ̀ kanáà ni. A ní kí n ṣomi lásán. A ní kanáà ni o. Ẹ wo, ó lélẹ̀. Tàbí máa rìn ìdèjà kan bó ṣe rí lélẹ̀.
Are you happy? Are you seriously happy with yourselves? If you are not normal. You're stupid. If you are happy, and these motherfuckers, your politicians, they travel all over the world. They come over here to England, to London. To London, they go on the tube and the buses. Guess what? They even fucking advertise on the red bus. A venture that is so fucking expensive. All of them. Because they know that the UK determines who will win the election, because the UK is home. Second place anywhere in the world that their fucking citizens are resident. And not only that, 90% of them are professionals. You've seen that. These were my cries 21 years ago that many of you did not see. And I continue to correct you, but you lot love those that will tell you lies upon lies, and that's where you're fucking screwed up. I'm not sorry for you. Let's bring in today's clip. It is coming your way. Watch it.
Why the palliative has not resolved the unmotorable condition, it has further added to the agony of motorists, including even Okada riders. Because once the rain washes off the upper
That's the same road you saw earlier. That's the same road. Look at the palliative. Sharp stone. Look at the way they look at
increasing the maintenance costs, of those who have to drive on the road. So that's why I said that today's protest has clearly passed the message that what we need, is for the government to provide the resources for the road.
Look at the same road yesterday. The same road just watched the clip yesterday.
And this is possible. We reject the argument by both the federal and state governments that they do not have the resources, to tar this road.
Listen to this.
Most of the resources that are required, for the tarring of road can be found in Ogun State. So how can you therefore push the argument that there's no resource, there's no money? We think that what has been the reason over time for this complete lack of concern for the situation of road infrastructure in Ogun State is the character of the ruling elite.
Character of the fucking ruling elites of that fucking useless nation called Nigeria.
Instead of using it to provide for the needs of the people. And where you even see them trying to do some road projects, it is simply to even have more resources to steal. So now they tell you, we are doing many roads already. That is why we are not able to fix Ota Road. But our own response to them is that these other roads that you are doing them at a cost that is 3, 4, 5 times higher
Listen to that.
than the normal cost. So what that means is that the amount that should be appropriate and available to do 10 different roads, you are using this to do 1 or 2 roads. For instance, the World Bank has put out a report since 5 years ago that road construction in Nigeria cost the highest in the entire Africa. That in Nigeria, over 500 or so million is
Did
used
you
to construct 1 kilometer.
Did you hear that?
West African region is much lower
Did
than that.
you
But even this has even worse
hear
in the last period.
that?
In the past 1 month now, there has been a report of road construction in different
Listen to
parts of
that.
the country. And when you calculate the cost and you compare it to the amount of kilometers constructed, you realize that nowadays the government is now spending nothing less than 1 billion naira
1 billion naira spent on road per kilometer. Akala tried it in Oyo State, and that was why.
For democratic and workers' rights, he's saying that.
I'll tell you, that was why Goodluck Ebele Jonathan fucked up my publication, because I said the day Akala fooled Goodluck Jonathan. You see, 11 years ago, the same problem. Look at your road. I'm the son of a civil engineer. That was never done during my father's period.
Refurbished. There are workers there. There are engineers there. There are surveyors there. These people are just being paid salary. They are not given the tools for them to work. Let government provide the tools for them. If this kind of public works department is placed under democratic control and management and deployed to construct roads and other public infrastructures, we are going to realize that some of the infrastructures will be constructed at less cost, while the quality will be far better. So these are the demands that we are making today. But last is also to say that beyond road, there are other issues.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
The Ogun State government is a government that is not only failing in terms of road construction.
Look at that.
It is failing in all ramifications.
Nigeria is a failed state.
Ogun State is at a very high level. That is despite the huge number of industries and companies you have in this state. But even for those who are employed, there's a problem of casualization. You have in many companies in this area now where workers collected 200 naira per day.
Can you imagine?
As salary.
Yeah.
That is aside other issues.
Yeah.
And that's why we are saying that.
Thank you, Alhaji Afolake Alawiye.
Which is only possible.
Thank you for that. I'll post your comment. Well done, Mr. Frank. According to you.
To actually build a political
And then you post it again.
Absolutely. And enthrone a workers and people's government and with socialist programs and policies. This we think is the only way forward out of the monumental mystery that the working masses are faced with at the moment.
Okay, that was clearly Objective Media. Thank you, Objective Media, for that clear investigative work. Just exactly as Akar Diski was going about roving around Lagos. I've done this in the past. There was no social media. I used to record this on my press camera at the time. The camera I bought for like about £1,500 in London, and I've still got the camera, still serving me good. Yeah, still serving me good, guys. Let's begin to bring tonight's stream to an end. Let me post your comment, Samuel Onoha. Yes, I'm beginning to see you regularly these days, Samuel Onoha. You said Nigeria is a charade. Break it up and save lives. Thank you very much for that. Guys, if you haven't shared the stream, there are some people that are really, really dying to have this information to digest. You won't be doing them good if you don't share it. I know that Alhaji Afolake Alawiye, you've already shared it. You said, very good, Aka. Yes, thank you very much for that. Aka is a good friend of mine. When you see Aka Diski Taiwo, indirectly you're looking at me too, because we share the same things in common. He's a proper Yoruba guy, and Aka Diski is undiluted, unlike some people. Look, some of the agitators you've got inside your agitation, your so-called agitation, you will find out that some of them, their mothers are Hausas and Igbo people, or they are married to one. Guys, I've been on since 2 hours 26 minutes, and I always like to bring my stream to an end 2 hours and a half. Okay, before we get into the next day, it is Sunday, the 31st day of the last day of the month of November, of the month of October 2021. The time in London is 23:20, 20 minutes past 23. Guys, for some of you that stayed so late, such as Narada Franklin, who is watching the show in Moscow in Russia. Moscow is 3 hours ahead of us, and I know that Moscow being 3 hours ahead of us, that means it is just approaching 25 minutes past 3 o'clock midnight. Narada Franklin, thank you very much. It's not easy to keep you awake, especially with the differences in our time. And many of you that are watching the stream from both the east and the west of the geographical locations of the world, I cherish you guys. I love you all. And something that you can really give to the world, let me tell you, is love. I will continue to preach love in my life because God, Allah, Oludumare, they are both love. Ife, because when I love you, I won't hurt you. And when you love me, you won't hurt me. God was not wrong. The spiritual source of all creation was not wrong when he said, love thy neighbor as thyself in the old covenant. And on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come back live because, listen, there's a lot that we have to discuss because I told you guys that towards the end of the year 2021, you'll begin to see pressure and you begin to see different things. So, and I'm ready to expose. Fuck that shit. Ready to expose them Damboroba. Oh yes, I think I was looking at the clock in front of me. I've not changed my clock yet in the living room. So yes, 2:24. Yes, you're right. Moscow time. So now Moscow is 2 hours ahead of London. Guys, thank you so much. Let me thank you from the bottom of my heart. Narada Franklin, Alaja Folake Alawiye, Samuel Onoha, Deborah Alade. Let me thank you so much. If you don't comment, I won't see you, so I won't be able to thank you. Benga Julius Sholola, thank you. Shola Show, thank you. Alaji Aziz, Salam, thank you. I love you guys. Fola Toju, oh boy, thank you. Amina Olainka, Ya Lorny in Bradford, thank you. I love you guys. I love you. Yes, I love you all. Adekoya Jagumolu, if you are still on the stream, thank you. Yes. You guys are wonderful. Olubumi Oyewale, she always watch the stream from Bournemouth. She came to Peckham because I challenged Olubumi Oyewale and Alaja Folake Alawiye, and they both came. I love you guys. Thank you. Shola Demi Olayi Wala, thank you. Oba Matthew, thank you. I'm just looking through. Steve Osage, the Edo man. Thank you. Steve Osage. Deborah Alade, thank you. You're so sweet. You guys are sweet. Ife Ikem Nwobodo, thank you. Yemi Foluke, thank you. Alaja Idayatu Muriana Folari, thank you. Mwadike Eberichuku, thank you. Esther Ewetunga JP, thank you. Peter Torch, thank you. James Ogunawa, thank you. Ada Eze, thank you. John Utuk, thank you. Sylvanos Sly, thank you. Look, guys, you are so wonderful, and to be honest with you, I just don't know how to express the joy the privilege of you guys staying put with me. I don't know how to pay you, but it is only God that can pay each and every one of you well. Look, we're going into another new week. I wish you good luck. I wish you blessing. I wish you God's guidance. I pray that the spiritual source of all creation will direct your feet in the areas that they ought to go, so that the roughest path this coming week will be made safe and smooth to travel for each and every one of you that are watching the stream anywhere you are in the world. Know that God loves you, and for you to be on this platform, it's a privilege for me to have you, and as such, have a great week, and we'll do it again tomorrow. God bless you all. Good night, and I love you all. Stay cool. God bless.